Everybody, oh, everybody, hey! Hello, people. Welcome to the second day of the second week of the new WGL season. You know, um, it's WGL. I figured out even though it's bronze and silver series, it's still WGL. So, congrats, WGL players. Ah, yeah. Anyway, since it's 7 p.m., we're first gonna be seeing Bronze Series match. Again, the teams that are gonna be playing are Cheap Clowns and 7 Kangaroos. Now, why 7 Kangaroos again, you ask me? I have no clue. Yesterday I was in Trnaruja, if you guys remember. Today I'm in Cheap Clowns. And both of these days, the teams I'm in are playing against 7 Kangaroos, so a bit of fortune there. Anyway, Cheap Clowns are gonna attack on a Prokhorovka. They're gonna use two STBs, 3 objects, 140 and 2 T-54s to try and conquer the enemy's cap, or at least wipe out the opposition. 7 Kangaroos on the defense. Oh my god. Object 140 stack. Okay, it's full stack of objects. They have a T-54 lightweight as their tier 8 tank. We see, the tank disparity right from the start. Cheap Clowns are opting for 2 tier 9s. It's a bit extra firepower. And they have 2 STBs for that, hull down, and some nice alpha damage as well. 7 Kangaroos are gonna hug the right side of the map. And they sent the T-54 lightweight all the way up here. Which is kinda good and bad at the same time. Cause, I mean, if Cheap Clowns decide to attack the second cap, which they aren't, obviously, they're in the defense and they have no clue what's going on. If they want to attack, they're probably gonna be having some tanks, in the cap, this side. Maybe someone on the hill, and probably like 2 or 3 guys up here. That means this T-54 lightweight won't be able to do anything. If he shoots at least once, he's gonna get sniped from here, from here, from here. So he's gonna be completely useless. I don't like having the T-54 up there. I think it would be much better if the T-54 was. Oh, we can choose colors. Okay, let's do it blue. If T-54 was somewhere like I don't know, here. Okay, here, whatever, or just peeking out here, seeing what's going on. I mean, this position is pretty useless. The 7 Kangaroos still are, they're trying to see what's going on. They're looking to the left side, and now there comes that push. Bosaronis, he's probably spotted. He knows he's spotted, and now, yep, they know that there's someone here on this island. They're probably thinking maybe he was in this bush or somewhere here. But they will know that T-54 lightweight is up there, so he won't be able to shoot or help his team in any way. This he's giving info. He sees the tank in the cap and this T-54 here to the north. But it doesn't really matter if someone peeks, he'll see the same tanks as well, so that T-54 is stuck there. Is Stiffer going to try and... You can't really do that with the object. It's really hard. Okay, so Cheap Clowns are gonna use their turrets. Oh, STB, not really careful. I don't know why he's going up there. He can use the railroad tracks. Like here, this is a good position to use the railroad tracks. And now the T-54 was spotted or not? Wow. Oh my god, he's actually shooting Trollolo and he's not spotted. Okay, he is. The guys from the hill should also shoot a lightweight. Yep, they are. And that lightweight soon gonna go down. Tigranok is okay. This is really weird. I don't know why they didn't focus the lightweight first. Cause he's gonna be pain in the ass there if they don't kill him. It was really obvious that he's going to shoot them at one point, and maybe he's saving himself for when the base camp gets lower. But why aren't they shooting blind? Like there's not like so many places he can hide. I don't really like this passive play for Kangaroos as well. Like instead of resetting the cap once more, he's trying to hit this T-54. And he's not spotted. Wow, okay. Okay, Tigranok. He's gonna stay here. Why not? He can have nice hull down towards this area, cover Bocerones, and I think Cheap Clowns now actually have much better position than 7 Kangaroos. Evil Santa, mate, you can go here and shoot these two guys in the back through the tracks. Oh my god, he can go there in the middle and just shoot them through the tracks. But yeah, he obviously doesn't know about it, and here comes the push. They're pushing towards Bocerones on that side, but here is where most of the damage is going to be dealt. Nivi pulled back right after taking some shots. Letki Humanista is going to try and focus Evil Santa, but he will die, and really bad focus fire from 7 Kangaroos. Yeah, Nivi is gonna go down as well. Mr. Troll Low on the other side loses his head, and Cheap Clowns in an excellent position. Tigranok being a thorn in 7 Kangaroos' neck, and this is all but over. There's nothing 7 Kangaroos can do. You can't really play passively when you're in the defense. You know, if you're defending, it doesn't mean you should just you know, stay at one place and just do nothing. Most of the time, it's not gonna work. As you've seen, I don't know why Oleg didn't finish off Kreese there, but now he did. Tigranok is rolling down that hill, gonna kill Kovalchik and Stifla. The last man alive for 7 Kangaroos is going to go down as well. STB finishes him off. As I said, you can't really be static. They let Cheap Clowns take good positions. That lightweight was sacrificed for nothing. And yeah, I mean, it was really sacrificed for nothing. Look at that, 34 shots landed free, he had some reset, but that's about it. I mean, they were just too static play. And that's a Cheap Clowns leading 1-0 against 7 Kangaroos. We're gonna see if Cheap Clowns can do a better job on the defense. I'm gonna try and explain why it's bad to be static on the defense, especially on Prokhorovka. They all focus try better this time. They all focus towards one cap, okay? And you have that railroad that's splitting two caps apart. You can't defend both caps at the same time. You have to split around them. If you focus basically every tank on one cap, the other cap is gonna be exposed. Prokhorovka is being played by medium tanks mostly, and the enemy, when the enemy starts going towards that cap, it's gonna happen really fast. So you have to react fast. That means you need to have some info. The T-54 lightweight gave them info. He spotted the T-54. He spotted the object in the cap. He knew what they were doing, and 7 Kangaroos just came to the middle, and that's it. And they were standing there. Cheap clowns actually, you know, the STB could have shot through the tracks between those trains and you know, make some even more damage to the mediums of 7 Kangaroos. He didn't do it, but it didn't even matter. Like, when the enemy takes control of that part and he starts the camp, the roles change. Okay, if you are playing in 7 Kangaroos and the enemy is starting the camp and they like took control of that part of the map, now you are the attacker. You have to reset the cap, right? So that means the enemy is defending and now they're waiting for you, which means you lost your your you know, well, people usually say the defenders have upper hand. It's not so on all the maps, but I mean, you lost that defending position. You're not defending anymore. Now you have to attack into the enemy and take back control of that area of the map. And it's really hard if you if all you have to if all I mean you plan to doing is just pushing here and here. Oh, 3 tanks here, 3 tanks here, 3 tanks here, and yeah, like we're gonna win. No, you're not. They have an object 114 hull down here. They have an STB in support here. They have 3 tanks here. Okay, they have 1 tank here and have 1 tank in the camp, which means 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, yeah, which means they have 4 tanks in this area supported by another 2. This guy can also shoot here, which means you're pretty overwhelmed there. They're gonna lose this one, but in that time they're gonna kill everyone here. I mean, it's you can't really do it. Like, what they had to do was probably take control of this part and I don't know, like maybe push the hill. I'd really like to see teams contesting earlier. Like, don't let the enemy take control of the whole map. It's just pointless. Okay, as I was talking about the last game, we see a firefight already starting. Oh my god, pretty bad shooting with 7 Kangaroos. This STB is taking minimal damage. I mean minimal, okay, Pendulum is down to like 2 shots. But still, you know, it's both these STBs could have been dead if not for heat shells. It's not always smart to use heat shells because the tracks actually take a lot of damage. So 7 Kangaroos again, bunch of objects 140 and that T-54 lightweight. And now they have 1 Batchet which can work really well because of their drum. Cheap clowns pretty much sticking to the same tactics they had the last game. I'm just not sure, like, if you want to push there and you don't see the enemy, I don't see the point of pushing forward. Like, they're down 3 KHP at this point. It's you didn't if you're expecting enemy to rush here, you know, rush this area, and you want to counter rush them, if you didn't spot them, that means they're not there. And I mean, frankly, they just, you know, came out and got wrecked by 7 Kangaroos. I don't know what Panda there was doing, but yeah, it looks like cheap clowns aren't really that good on the defense as well. They're overly aggressive on the defense. Yeah, this is just a matter of time. 7 Kangaroos haven't taken a single point of damage. They're spotting and shooting the tanks of cheap clowns. I mean, not a single point of damage. Oh my god. I don't know what they're waiting for. They can just group up and push. This is over. Look at the HP difference. Oh my god. Zero damage. Jesus Christ. Okay, there's some damage there. The Batchet took a shot. Oh, why heat? Why do people automatically think heat? If there's a gold shell, you should shoot the gold shell all the time. Heat is not always better. I mean, APCR, if APCR is your premium round, then yeah, always use APCR, but if it's heat, don't do it. Just don't use it always. It's really situational. And against STB and medium tanks, the APCR is really good. So yeah, they did some damage. Edek or Edek, I don't know how his name should be spelled. He's down to 600 HP. Jambo is down to Yamto, sorry, is down to 937, but it's not like it's gonna matter anyway. 7 kangaroos. Just go out and kill them. What the hell are you doing? Oh my god! They have. They don't even have 2 tanks. They have like 1 tank. Not even 1 whole tank. And boss Seronis, the last tank alive for cheap clowns. Okay, this was just a disaster. It was really a disaster. I don't understand why they pushed. I don't understand why they pushed. I just don't. But whatever. I mean, look at that, 0 damage. It was really bad. They didn't have any information. I want to see the spotting. Yeah, lightweight spotted 5.2k, 1 medium spotted 1k, 800, 400. I mean, it was just spotting fest. Oh my god. Oh, no, sorry. It's 1-1. Oh my god. Like, when you have a strat, don't just overcommit. Never overcommit, okay? If the enemy is not doing what you think the enemy is gonna do, change things up. Don't just rush blindly. It's never good to rush blindly. I mean, then what cheap clowns did is actually good if 7 kangaroos are pushing that line as well. I think that's 6 line. 5, 6. So if the kangaroos are pushing there, you want to greet them, of course. But, you know, as soon as your first tank goes up that hill and he doesn't see anyone, it usually means the enemy is not there. So you can change your strat a bit. I don't know, like we see teams rushing, doing what cheap clowns did now, but they just go to the left. You know, they just go over the railroad. And if they spot someone, okay, they're gonna have a shootout. But they just go over the railroad and they take control of that part of the map. We've seen that quite a few times. Or they just cross the railroad on their side and have some tanks in the middle, you know, and then push them on the other side and just cover each other. I mean, defending the cap that 7 kangaroos defended in the first game is not the smartest thing. Because that cap can usually be resetted more easily than the other one. Because if the enemy is gonna cap there, they're gonna have some tanks, you know, around the cap, you know, up to the railroad, which means the other part of the map is almost completely different or covered by one or maximum 2 tanks. And I mean, you're not crossing the railroad into the enemy fire directly. It's much easier to defend the other cap than the cap that Kangaroos committed to the first game. I mean, if you're in that little spot where they were and you don't spot anyone, you're gonna pull back, rotate, do something else. But I mean, it's just both teams overcommitting to one thing: Kangaroos to defending one cap, and cheap clowns to rushing. I didn't understand both tactics, but you know, well, with experience, I guess it's probably gonna change. Like, you have one tactic on that map, you're gonna do it. I mean, you really have to make something more, not just the one tactic. Anyway, map is mine. Ship clowns are gonna be on the defense this time as well. 2 IS-7s, 2 T-62s, 2 Objects 140, and the M40-43 on the defense. Oh, actually, we've seen the RDs on the defense of this map, but it's more usual for the offense anyway. So 7 Kangaroos, a 3090. a full spotting 3090, a bad chat, 2 E5s, and 3 objects 140. So Kangaroos are going to focus the island. So weird play here. I don't know why E5s pushed that far. Wouldn't better there on this corner here? I mean, they're kind of giving the enemy complete control of the middle of the map. Like, Neve is all alone. Tigranok, he spotted the object 140, but there's nobody behind. Artillery can't hit Navy. That's a good thing at least. Micmac here, he has to stand in the bush for the binoculars to start working, and he should spot quite a few things. He's gonna spot Oleg here. Oh my god. Okay, I was lucky. Let's see if Oleg will hit the second time. He will keep shooting blind, I guess. You have nothing to lose. Nothing but your HP. Why did they shoot the middle of the rock? I don't get it. Anyway, cheap clowns playing really defensive. They're trying to hit Kreese. Okay. Really defensive play by cheap clowns. Again, like, you're giving control of the map to the enemy. They didn't take the hill, they didn't take the island. So I mean, yeah, they can counterplay with those mediums behind, but this is something similar that Tornado Rocks did in tier 8s. But when these are tier 10s, you can play completely different. And Tornado Rocks actually had the same lineup like this, didn't have the RD, and they had these mediums up on the island. I7 takes 3 shots, only 1 penetrates. Really lucky for Tigranok. Come on, RD, come on, RD. Oh, artillery not shooting. Stifler is in a prime position to get smacked by the artillery, and RD is just not shooting. Why? ¿Por qué, Maria? Really passive play from both sides. Kovalchik takes. He took a few shots there. Blind shots from here, or maybe spotted even by this T62. T62 is really annoying. I don't know why T62 there. He has binos. He's not gonna stand here. Like, I don't understand the binoculars. But maybe he wanted to stay in this bush? I actually have no idea. Russian commentator, not really, man. Not Russian, but close enough, close enough. Yeah, I can see it, man. Accent sometimes I get confused with words, and my pronunciation of some words is crooked because of my native language. I didn't have that much practice in English lately. World of Tanks messed up with my English. I was much better like 5 years ago. Past like 2 or 3 years I was playing mostly World of Tanks. Well, 4 years, like past 4 years. If I wasn't playing World of Tanks, I was playing like Dota or something, and it was mostly with my real life friends, and we were talking, of course, our native language. Stifler. A bit of a splash. So yeah, I mean, we're talking our native language, and I completely forgot about English. So yeah, I need a lot of practice actually with in the English. Be awesome if I got to go somewhere for like a month or something. I'd come back completely English speaking man. Okay, the push from 7 Kangaroos is coming in finally. It's been 5 minutes, and cheap clowns are gonna try and counterplay this, but the E5s are gonna be annoying. Trollololo takes a lot of damage. 7 Kangaroos are bunched up there. Artillery could do a lot. 39 is still raining. Nobody's doing anything about it. The I-7 in the base is just being useless at this point. I don't see the purpose of that I-7 there. Why didn't he come closer and contest the hill? with Tigranok, but I mean, yeah, the E5s are now having free reign over these tanks of cheap clowns. The cheap clowns are basically in a crossfire now, so really bad position for them. The artillery isn't doing anything. Yeah, cheap clown lost another medium tank. Artillery missed that shot. Oleg is gonna go down. He has no support. Nagibailo, I'm not sure what he was doing there. Tigranok being shot from the hill, being shot from the middle. And it's all down to two IS-7s and the RD, and I don't think they can do much. You can't just copy strats like that if you don't know what the strats are used for. Seriously. Gun link drive on IS-7? Okay. Artillery 4 damage. Okay, the artillery didn't do anything this game. Cheap Clowns tried reacting to 7 Kangaroos push. They expected a push on the island. I mean, it was kind of obvious, but at that point you have two choices. One, push the island yourself as a counter push, or push the middle. And I think the option to push the middle here would have been much better, because they had two tanks there to kill, while here it was just object T-62. The I-7 here would serve as excellent cover for tanks coming here and tanks trying to come up from behind later on. So this I-7 would have been crucial in that position, but as things worked out, 7 Kangaroos did win. They lost 0 tanks. Okay, cheap clowns didn't really do much. I mean, really poorly played by them. The artillery 450 damage with 7 shots. Oh my god, that was bad. That was really bad. I was looking at wrong places at the wrong time, I guess. Plus the RNG isn't really wasn't too kind on him, I guess. Let's see how good his RD crew is on that M4043. 450 games, so it should be a decent crew. So 2-1 lead for 7 Kangaroos. And cheap clowns are facing the deciding match for them. Why they say deciding? Well, if they lose this, they lost it. If they win this, they still have a chance. They're gonna play for the 5th and final match, but they didn't show us that much. In the first game, they looked pretty well. They looked decent. I expected more from them in the later matches, but I don't know. I guess that they just didn't actually have any strats for the defense. So for the defense on both Prokhorovka and mines. I mean, it was a camp fest from both sides. 5 minutes later, 7 Kangaroos decide to push. Cheap clowns decide to counter push into the Kangaroos instead of pushing the middle with an IS-7, and they lost the game. Simple as that. Unlike the artillery on the defending side, because what are you gonna do with it? I mean, if the enemy goes into the cap in the water, you have to put your artillery down south, which is gonna be almost impossible because it's probably gonna be spotted either way. If they're pushing into city and trying that cap, then you can take the hill, you can shoot them from your own base, you can shoot them from behind, like it's a really exposed area. I don't know, like I think taking the hill would have been the right option there. They were gonna lose the T-62 down south anyway. I mean, they knew the push was coming in. I mean, it was obvious, and they weren't prepared just to push the hill, which probably would have been a good idea there. I mean, you know, when you do this, you know what they just did. The IS-7 in your base becomes useless. Unless he joins the fight somehow, but he didn't. He was just standing there in the base, doing nothing. Literally nothing. Artillery didn't do his job, and you just lose the game. If you're gonna counter push there, place the I-7 there where the mediums were. You know, at least he's gonna do something from there. It's not. He's not gonna be completely useless anyway. So yeah, game 4. Cheap clowns are on the attack now. And they're opting for 2 E5s, a T62, 2 objects 140, and 2 T54s. Again, they're playing with 2 tier 9s. On the defense, 7 Kangaroos gonna have the completely same lineup as they have on the attack. Which I can't blame them actually. I think if cheap clowns just push down the middle, they're gonna go to the island. I'm not sure this is the right idea. Okay, it can be because Kangaroos are pushing the hill. I mean, you have 2 tier 9 tanks, okay, 2 T54s. This 39 is not gonna penetrate a hell of a lot of shells. Plus, it came out first, it would already be dead. If they just pushed with all of their tanks up here, I think cheap clowns actually had a decent chance because those T54s have a really good DPM. Now it's not the same as the tier 10 mediums, but I mean it's good. The 3090 just going out first, he would have died instantly. And I think cheap clowns actually would have had a chance in a straight up roll. And now they're just taking damage left and right. They're doing nothing in return. We even see Micmac rotating back. He's probably gonna stand in this area behind rock on K4. We missed the troll log. He goes out and he takes damage, and I don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand what cheap clowns actually wanted to do with this taking of the island. Like you either push or you don't push, and now the enemy has control of the middle. You can't really push down here because you're gonna get shot in the side. Plus, you take this area here, and then what happens? Your E5s are gonna die because the enemy mediums are just gonna rush them and kill them off before you can do anything. I mean, you can't leave the E5s alone. The best scenario I guess they can do is pull one E5 here to the cap, but you know they would need to control this area heavily there and be ready to snipe something. But okay, they decide to go back, which is not bad as well. Why don't you have camo, Tigranok? Not good trades there by Tigranok. He goes out completely, and he gets penetrated in the lower glaciers. He's in a really bad spot to trade shots. Nagibailo should be the one peeking out trying to trade shots, but I mean the 39 is now shooting the E5s. Oh my god! Kangaroos are just gonna rip apart cheap clowns. This is pretty much over. Oh my god. Trollololo, 400 HP. After that first game I thought it was gonna be a really good series, but in the end it just turned out to be a slaughter. Cheap clowns not having any cheap clowns don't have any oh my god, any ideas, you know. They actually didn't really think this through that much. As I said, in a straight up roll I think they had a decent chance. Better chance than 7 Kangaroos with that 3090 at least. But like going towards the island and then going back for some unknown reason and taking shots in the back where you're pulling, you know, where you're retreating, and then your E5 getting wrecked by 3090 from the island you just left. I mean, this is just bad play. I'm sorry guys, but this is really bad. Oh my god. Yeah, they're just being ripped to shreds. There's nothing to comment about because cheap clowns aren't doing anything. I'm trying to think what they were. Maybe they were expecting some kind of a push of 7 kangaroos towards the island, you know. So they were like gonna go straight into a brawl here, but that just didn't happen, and you know, just cheap clowns didn't. Like they try doing something and they don't know why they did it and what to do after that. Like you can't have only one thing you want to do, and if the stars don't align, you will lose. I mean, it's not the way to play, guys. I mean, again, killing 0 tanks. Oh my god, it's really bad. Okay.